the Nintendo Switch Pro, bro. What is going on, everybody? How are y'all doing? Before we get started with this video, you already know, give it a thumbs up, broski. Like, not just broski. There's females that watch the videos too. What's up, everybody tuning in? We have a couple of dope news items for this video, but the first one, could Nintendo be producing the Nintendo Switch Pro as we speak? And now we won't even know. This is coming from a website, MarketScreener.com. They're talking about the NVIDIA Tegra X1 and their shipments. Shout out to Super Metal Dave 64. I saw his tweet on this, and he's saying that effective now, start of 2021, NVIDIA is removing all Tegra SoC processors from being separate reported revenue. What does that mean? There is no way for us to track new Switch hardware if Nintendo is still using NVIDIA to do their chips. And because I think that's how a lot of dudes got tipped on the Switch Lite, the revised Switch model, was because a new system on the chip was being reported and tracked. And so now, starting now, there's no way to track the Tegra processors as separate reported revenue. So Nintendo could be hiding from us and from the press when they're going to begin production on new processors for a Switch Pro. Now, will Nintendo be releasing a Switch Pro? Almost 100% guarantee Nintendo will be coming out with a more powerful system. All of this talk of the Xbox Series X, hype for the Xbox Series X, and the PlayStation 5. A lot of talk about these next-gen hardwares, and Nintendo could be quietly working on their hardware. Not could be, they are working on their hardware behind the scenes. It's a matter of when it's going to drop. All of my bets are on 2021. Nintendo, they don't want to, and I'm almost to like, it doesn't even matter that Sony and Xbox is launching hardware this year. If Nintendo wanted to, holiday 2020, they could surprise release a more powerful Nintendo Switch, and it would outsell the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. It's just Nintendo having all their games on one system. It's a moneymaker, man. Animal Crossing, 13 million units sold already. And so Nintendo could be, it's not a matter of fact of if they're working on a Switch Pro. It's when now the hardware will be released. And just the fact, it just started today where we can no longer track shipments. The Tegra system on the chip processors, we can no longer track that publicly, meaning that Nintendo could be working on new hardware, or not working on it. They could be start the shipping, the purchase, but the biggest thing is a good indicator of new hardware being released is when unusual purchases are being made for chips and such like behind the scenes. That's when red flag goes up. Why is Nintendo all of a sudden purchasing bulk quantities of this new Tegra system on the chip. And that's a perfect sign for everyone. Oh, new hardware is coming. That's how everyone knew PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, because bulks of AMD's new Zen 2 was being purchased. And so, Nintendo, the Switch Pro, the saga continues. Bro, Nintendo has been shadow dropping the Origami King. They stopped the Nintendo Directs. They stopped doing Nintendo Directs, meaning everything we hear from Nintendo going forward in 2020 and even beyond could be all just surprise announcements. I tell y'all all the time, when Nintendo launched the 3DS XL, the new 3DS XL, there was no Nintendo Direct. There was no all Nintendo did, they just dropped a surprise trailer. I'm getting the trailer up right now live. All they did was drop, booyah, we had a surprise trailer introducing the new 3DS XL, a more powerful 3DS. From nowhere, Nintendo just dropped it. They could be doing the same with the Switch. Time is going to tell. But the next news item for this video, we got some Bayonetta 3 news. And it's simply, the game has not been canceled. I'm for real. That's all Platinum Games has said. They came out on Twitter to reassure fans that the game has not been canceled, that they are still hard at work on Bayonetta 3. Why would they do this? Because Nintendo came out and told us Metroid Prime 4 had been canned and shipped to another studio. I mean, it's still being worked on, but Nintendo came out and said Metroid Prime 4 was not canceled, but scratched and starting over development. And so now some fans could be, hey, we haven't heard anything from the game in a while. We haven't had any gameplay. All we had was this one CGI trailer a couple Game Awards ago. And so it could speculate what's going on with the game. But rest assured, and this is it, his direct quote. Speaking in an interview with VGC, Kamea came out and talked about Bayonetta 3. This is his direct quote. I'm on Twitter, so I see a lot of comments every day, Kamea said. I'm happy that there's still anticipation for the title, but one thing I would like to address is the trend I'm seeing, which is people are starting to ask if the game has been canceled. I want you guys to take any concerns you have like that and throw them out the window immediately, because we're still hard at work on it and it hasn't been canceled by any means. Please look forward to it. And so he's saying the game has not been canceled, and good things come to those who wait. I learned my lesson with Final Fantasy VII. This game is pretty epic, bro. I'm really liking games, especially if you were a fan of the original game. You're gonna fall in love with this remake. This is how you do a remake, ladies and gentlemen. The game is just a beautiful game, and the game has been delayed so many times, but every new chapter, I'm like, okay, I see why this game was delayed. So much detail. Even like when Aerith, she was on, there's a part in the game where you have to lift her on the giant mechanical hands. And bro, when you shift the hand to the right, her hair physics like shift to the right. You shift it up, her braids go up. Like, the amount of detail in this game is pretty dope. And so I could appreciate it. Bro, I was raging. I was one of the dudes raging when Metroid Prime 4 was canned and transferred over to Retro Studios. Like, man, come on, Nintendo. What are y'all doing? But they're taking this long with this game. I'm a believer that Metroid Prime 4 is going to be an epic game. This is my most anticipated Nintendo Switch title. I'm really looking forward to Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, but Metroid Prime 4 even more anticipated than Breath of the Wild 2. All right, dudes, what do you guys think about this video? Sound off in the comment section below. I want to know. But before you go, bro, click that subscribe button. Stay up to date. All things gaming, bro. We out, boy.
You still watching this video? That means you like me. You really like me. I gotta hook you up. That's right. I'm giving away a $60 digital code every month for your platform of choice. Xbox, Nintendo, or PlayStation. 2 ways to enter. 1, make sure you're subscribed to this fire right here on YouTube. 2, follow me on Twitter at OB1playYT, and that's it. You're in for the giveaway. But wait, there's more. Do you want to join an awesome gaming Discord with prizes and tournaments? Do you want to get on my friend list and game with your boy? Become a sponsor. 3 ways to join. 1, subscribe on Twitch. If you have Twitch Prime, you can do it for free. 2, click the join button right here on YouTube and become a member. And the 3rd way to join, patreon.com/OB1playYT. You'll thank me later. Also, check out the swag, bro. Links are in the description. I'll see you later. Deuces.